Hello and welcome to another Ask Us Anything with me, Kate R. for Intrepid English. So every Friday I go live and I talk about a grammar, pronunciation or vocabulary point. Now, this month we've been focusing on job interviews, and as I mentioned last week, we've helped you with all the phrases to use, all the mistakes to avoid. But it's also not just important to be grammatically correct, but also to be understood. And to be understood, it's important that you know where you put the stress in English. Where you put the stress will make a difference. Now, English is a stress-timed language. Misunderstandings in English happen more often than not due to pronunciation mistakes, not simply grammatical mistakes. And it's often because of getting the word stress wrong. Now, I've done a video on how the word stress, if you put the stress at the beginning of the word on the first syllable, it will be more often than not a noun. Whereas if you put the stress on the final syllable of a two-syllable word, it will be a verb. So the word will look exactly the same, but where you put the stress depends on the meaning. So that is a video that I will put in the comments below because I think it's a very important point, so that you know you get the stress correctly, so that you are understood and the right words are understood. Word stress is not the only stress you need to pay attention to. You also need to practice your sentence stress for you to sound more natural and more understood in English. So what is the difference between the two stresses, word stress and sentence stress? Well, word stress gives English its beat, but sentence stress gives it its music. And together they shape how clear, confident, and persuasive you sound. So at Intrepid English, we help you master these skills so that your voices are heard in the English-speaking world, which is truly something we are truly passionate about and something that is truly important. Now, I have written an article on why word stress is so important in English and how it is the key to speaking clearly and confidently in English. So if you read the blog, you watch this video, this will help you get the right tone and intonation for your English to be understood. So in this video, as I mentioned, I want to cover more about sentence stress. So we stress the important words in our sentences. So for example, the verbs, the nouns, the adjectives. We make those important words louder and clearer so that they really stand out. The other words are what we call function words, and they are just to make sure that we are grammatically correct, but we do not give them the same stress in the sentence. If you stress every word in English, you will sound robotic. If you use sentence stress correctly, then your English will be music to our native English ears. Now, when you stress one word more than another in the sentence, you are also making that word the most important, and therefore the meaning of the sentence will change. So I'm going to give you an example sentence, and each time I'm going to change the stress. So the example sentence is, I never said we should hire him. You see how robotic I sound when I don't stress one of the words? Now I'm going to stress one word in the sentence, and each time I will explain the difference in the meaning. I never said we should hire him. The stress is on I, and this causes the underlying meaning of the sentence to be, this is not my fault. It's not my fault we hired him. It wasn't my idea. Someone else is to blame. Now, if I stress the next word, I never said we should hire him. The stress is on never, which then means I didn't once, not once did I suggest this. I never said we should hire him. That now has the meaning where you're telling the person, stop putting words into my mouth because I didn't say this. The next word, I never said we should hire him. Now that has the underlying meaning that I didn't think he should join our team. I thought someone else or another company should hire him. The next word, I never said we should hire him. And so the underlying meaning when I stress should is that just because it was possible didn't mean that it was something we should do, that it was a good idea to do. You know, it was possible to hire him. He was available, but that doesn't mean he was the right candidate. Okay. Next one. So I've done, I never said we should. So next I'm going to stress hire. I never said we should hire him. So there, the underlying meaning is that there was a misunderstanding with the word hire. For example, the person could have actually said, we should fire him, but the person heard hire. So therefore, there was a misunderstanding. And what you're expressing by stressing hire is that the person misunderstood and got the wrong verb. Next, if we stress the final word, we could say, I never said we should hire him. Basically, that's meaning I think we should have hired somebody else. So you see, by changing which word we make more important, we change the meaning of the sentence, the subtext, the underlying message of the sentence. So that's why I say that English really is a musical language. And if you would like more help in pronunciation, be sure to check out my Ask Us Anything videos, where I have lots of pronunciation tips. And of course, if you would like a more personalized help on your pronunciation, please book a trial lesson with me and I can help you speak a clearer, more confident English. In the meantime, I wish you a wonderful weekend and I will see you next week, which will be October. And we are still going to be focusing on job interviews, but we will have more tips, more useful hacks, and more useful vocabulary, more pronunciation tips, useful grammar to help you in a job interview, to help you succeed in landing your dream job. So it's bye from me and I'll see you next week.